Good afternoon, everyone. This is the Lunchtime Live. So for today, I have a few things that I wanted to go over. So we're going to focus on individuals who may have a property that they're looking to rent or they're looking to get a tenant in there. What I always recommend whenever you're going to invest in real estate is kind of understand who is the end user. Are you planning, like, what's your end goal? Before you even go in, you want to start defining what your end goal is. So are you looking to fix and flip? Are you looking to buy and hold? Those are some really important questions to ask up front, because depending on your answer to those questions will determine, well, what price range you're looking at, where you might be looking to source your properties. Is it going to be MLS? Are you going to look at auctions? Are you going to look at tax liens? So being able to be clear on your end goal or the end result is super important. So I'm going to talk about some voucher programs. So there are actually two entities that I'm going to talk about today, and links will be in the comments below, or at least a description of what I'm looking at. So in New York City, there is a program called CityFHEPS. So this is a voucher program where the city will actually pay the rent for the tenant, or the majority of the rent towards the tenant. And I just wanted to kind of go over what the payment schedule or the payment standards that they have are right out there right now. So this is an email that I received directly from the city, just describing what their updated payment standards are. So right now, on a studio or an efficiency with a household size of 1, the payment standard is $1,424 for an SRO, $1,900 for a studio. For a 1-bedroom with a household size of 2, they're paying $1,945. For a 2-bedroom with a household size of 3 or 4, they're paying $2,217. For a 3-bedroom, which is a household size of 5 or 6, they are paying $2,805. Bedroom size of 4, which is 7 to 8, they're paying $3,006. For a bedroom size of 5, which is 9 to 10 people, they're paying $3,457. A bedroom size of 6, household size 11 to 12, they're paying $3,908. Bedroom size of 7, household size of 13 to 14, they're paying $4,359. Now, so this is in New York City. So remember, it's a voucher program. So you would have to identify a tenant who has this voucher. You have to understand what your unit size is versus their voucher size, what their household size is, and kind of match it up that way. You can reach out to charity, to organizations like Catholic Charities to see if they have any individuals who may have vouchers. There are ways that you can search to find potential tenants. Or maybe you might know someone, or through word of mouth, you might be able to find someone. But the voucher program is not simply just, oh, they have a voucher and you just take it. You actually have to have the unit inspected, and you have to have it registered with the city. They have to inspect it, and then they have to approve the rental. They have to look over the lease agreement. So just give yourself a 1 to 2 month lead time if this is something that you're planning to pursue. So I've seen it go fast, I've seen it go slow, but depending on when you can get that inspection and get that registration done will also determine how quickly or how long it might take for you to get someone into the unit. But especially in New York City, this is kind of the reason why I wanted to go over these prices, is just to give you an idea as to what your unit or the potential property that you might be looking at might be worth. And again, these are the CityFHEPS payment standards. So market could be a little bit higher than this as well, but I just wanted to kind of give you a baseline. So if you were someone who wanted the security of having the city pay the rent and you're not really worried about, the tenant potentially losing their job or whatever the case may be. If you want more comfortable going with a voucher, these are the payment standards that are in effect for the CityFHEPS program. Now, I actually attended a seminar offered by, and I want to say the name correctly, the Baltimore Regional Housing Partnership, which is BRHP. So they gave a Zoom, I want to say in October, a couple weeks ago, and they just went over their program, what the requirements are, what they expect in the units, and really went through, what landlords can expect. They do these events via Zoom, normally around the lunchtime, mid-afternoon. So if you check out their website, and the link will be in the comments below. If you check out your website, you can see what upcoming events they have. But the thing that I really liked was that they actually had a digital search tool on their website that lets you put in the property address, and it will tell you what the affordable rents are in that area. And then they'll also identify if this property is in what they deem to be an opportunity area. Now, this is not to be confused with an opportunity zone, which is, designated by the federal government. This opportunity area is a term that BRHP is specifically using to identify more desirable rental areas. So if the property is designated to be in an opportunity area, then you can expect to receive rental income at the higher end of the affordable rent range that they identify. So I will give you a practical example. So when I drop the link in the comments, you can actually go directly to the search tool and you can enter an address. So if you enter, and this is what I have as an example, I put in 950 Lemon Street, and that's Lemon Street. The city is Baltimore. The zip code is 21223. I said the unit has 3 bedrooms. The voucher has 3 bedrooms. And then I hit submit. So what the results that came back for that address was that address is not in an opportunity area. So if it's not in an opportunity area, that means when I look at the affordable rent range, I expect to be closer to the lower end of the range. So for this property that I searched, the rental range was $1,200 to $1,500 per month. So what are some things that can get you to the higher end of the range? So in the seminar that they led last month, they said that when landlords include certain utilities in their rent, that will get them towards the higher end of the range if some utilities are included. So things like sewer, garbage, water, those are actually required in Baltimore City to be included. So, but including those things actually pushes you towards the higher end of the affordable rental range. Now, if you gave a unit, you didn't offer any utilities, and you were in a non-opportunity area, you can most likely expect to receive about $1,200 in rent for that unit. So that's the kind of stuff that they went over in that seminar. But I would say definitely check out the tool. So for myself, I am someone who invests in Baltimore City. So now when I'm looking at prospects, I'm not saying that it'll definitely influence my decision, but it is something that I will now throw into the metrics of things that I'm looking at for a property. I will look at this search tool, and if my strategy is rental, I want to offer an affordable rental option to tenants, then I may look at this program if I were, contemplating potentially going with a voucher, depending on, how things fluctuate, what unemployment's looking like, in response to COVID and all those kinds of things. So I just wanted to kind of give you a short snippet as to what are some things that I consider or look at, or things that you could potentially consider when you are looking to purchase a property as an investment. So, I just went over an example for New York City. I went over something for Baltimore, but there are tons of other organizations out there that have similar voucher programs. I just recommend, before even purchasing the property, understand, well, who's my potential client? Is it going to be a voucher program? Is it a fix and flip? And then thinking about, okay, well, where can I find out more information about the voucher programs that are out there? who's administrating them, what are the potential rents I might be able to receive, because that type of information will definitely influence the number for your deal to see if that deal makes sense and if it's going to be profitable. So that is everything for today. I will be back again next week with some more helpful information for those who are currently in real estate, who are real estate adjacent, who are just looking for some tips and tricks to make more money, save some coins. You can always find me on pretty much every social media platform at Fame Consulting, and that's FAME. Like I'm famous, right? So Fame Consulting, and Fame, it stands for Financial Abundance Made Easy. I am a licensed CPA in New York. I offer all types of services: bookkeeping, accounting, entity formation, just general consulting and coaching. I work with lots of people who are looking to get into real estate as well. So if you are in need of an accountant, reach out to me. And I hope that these tips and tricks today were helpful for you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to DM me, to reach out to me, to leave a comment below. And I'll be back next week. So thank you.